Welcome to the essential guide to boilie making in 10 minutes. And without further ado, let's get straight into the bake kitchen and let me show you some of the equipment you're gonna need. First off, it's a decent blender for mixing up your liquid flavours and eggs. This one was straight off a car boot sale for £5. Bargain. Next up, the essential item for large batches of bake is a Kenwood mixer, which I pinched off me gran. Make sure you use the dough hook for easy mixing. Thirdly, a decent bake station for rolling your bake. You'll need a good work surface for the rolling tables and some homemade racks for air drying your boilies. This one gives me enough for around 10 kilos. Nuff said. Next up, a selection of rolling tables, giving you the ability to roll all different shapes and sizes, ranging from 10mm to 22mm. You gotta have it. For going out your boilies, get yourself a decent air compressor. And attached to that, a decent length of air hose attached to a decent air gun with nozzles. Next up, essential item. Get yourself a Burco boiler. Excellent for boiling up your bakes and particle. Lastly, for accurate measuring of bake quantities, get yourself a decent set of scales. For your bake ingredients, it's simple. Get yourself some medium-sized eggs from the local supermarket. Then, try our proven carp catcher and quality HMV base mix. This stuff has been used in both the UK and abroad, and has accounted for some top-class fish. Have it. Then, you want a good flavour, with this one being our very own summer fruits flavour. It's stunning. Lastly, an extra additive such as betaine. This stuff is derived from sugar beet and is excellent for those carp with a sweet tooth and an excellent fish attractor. Now, let's get mixing. First off, open up your HMV base mix and don't forget to pour it into a decent container. As you can see, this stuff really is the biz, with a selection of only the finest ingredients, including fish meal, 85% whey protein, extracts and rum red. Next up, place the container on your scales and don't forget to tare it first before weighing. Next, measure out the base mix into a bowl. For this batch we're using 630 grams. Next, pour your base mix into the Kenwood mixer bowl and then you're ready for your next set of ingredients. Next up, it's over to the blender. Whip off the top and crack 5 medium eggs into the bowl ready for mixing. Next, pour out your flavouring into a small pot. Then, using a syringe, suck up 20ml of flavour. Just squirt this straight into your eggs. Lastly, add a couple of teaspoons of superfine betaine. Lovely stuff. Next up, slap the top back on your blender. Now, let's get mixing. With the eggs and flavour done, take the top off the blender and take this over to your Kenwood mixer. Next, start up the Kenwood mixer and make a well in your base mix. Next up is the good bit. Gradually pour your eggs and flavour into the mix. It smells that good you'll want to eat it. But don't, it's fish food. Now, with the ingredients together, just keep mixing. After a couple of minutes in the mixer, take out your dough and leave it to settle for 2 to 3 minutes on your worktop. Now your mix is ready. Roll it out on your worktop into a long thick sausage about the size of your bake gun. You'll notice there's no mess. Job done. Lovely jubbly. Take a hold of your bake gun. Undo the nozzle. And now you've done that, slide the plunger down the bake gun. Next step, slide your dough into the bake gun and then simply replace the nozzle. Make sure it's tight. Now you've done that, let's get gunning. Super! Now your sausages are ready to roll. Lift the sausages and place them on the centre of your rolling table. Now you've done that, let's get rolling. Now your bakes are rolled and ready for boiling. Now, slide them into the racks and you'll notice that the baits should just roll off the table with no sticky mess. Once you're ready, take out your rack and place it on the worktop. Leave them to stand for about 2 to 3 minutes. Next up, using an old shower curtain cut to size, place this over the rack where your boilie's in. Then, take another rack and place this over the top. Now, quickly turn the racks over. Next step, take the top off your burko and check that the water is up to boiling point. Using an old steel mesh bin with a handle which I pinched off the missus, place this into the burko and put the top back on and keep the water boiling. Next step, take the lid off the burko and carefully lift your baits into the shower curtain and place them into the boiling water. Don't forget to put the lid back on. You only need to boil them for 2 to 3 minutes. You'll notice when they're done because the boilies will come straight to the surface. Once these are boiled, lift out the basket and drain off any excess water. Careful not to scald yourself. Place the basket into a rack on the floor and leave for 1 minute to let the steam off. Then, tip out your baits into the tray. Pick up your tray and place it back into your racks and leave the boilies to air dry for at least 24 hours. After 24 hours of air drying, take out your rack and tip your boilies into a container. And that's it, your boilies are done. Now all you've got to do is bag them up and put them in your freezer and keep them ready for your next fishing trip. Good luck and thanks for listening.